female officer at the scene can be seen briefly laughing when Smith lets out a sigh. But there's nothing funny about what's happening. A teenager has been killed and Jazz...
Yeah. What is going on today, guys? And we are back with another react. And today we are reacting to mom finds out her teen daughter is a psycho killer. No, we just jump straight into the... You already know how this goes.
Miramar Police Department.
Yeah.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm waiting for my sister to go over there. What happened? What happened?
I just here to speak to you over here for a second.
Oh, Lord.
Right now there's an investigation, and I guess it's your daughter.
Yeah, that's my
Your
daughter.
daughter, her name came up, so we have to keep everybody out of the apartment.
Police arrived at the home of 17-year-old Christy Parisian, where her mother was informed that Christy had become involved in a strange and violent incident. About an hour earlier, officers had discovered the body of an 18-year-old boy named Dwight Grant near a nearby apartment complex, brutally stabbed to death.
Can you guys go back inside for me? Can you go back inside,
Like,
please?
what does a person do to deserve this? Like, what did...
Can you guys go back inside for me? Can you go back inside, please? Don't... Just do as I ask, please.
This is crazy.
Have been taken into custody in the murder of 18-year-old Dwight DJ Grant.
After a body was found there, Local 10's Andrew Perez is live
for this 18-year-old from Miramar High School, and instead, officers found a body.
As new clues surfaced and the investigation continued, police uncovered a hidden conflict between Dwight and 3 of his classmates from Miramar High School. Now officers needed to track all 3 of them down as quickly as possible to figure out what had really happened, what each of their roles was, and more importantly, why.
Christy and Andre.
What detectives were about to learn about how this murder happened, why it happened, and just how complicated it truly was.
And they had jumped him? They stabbed him? Really?
Turned out to be far more shocking than anyone expected.
You can't get away with nothing! There's cameras everywhere.
Everything started on a Sunday evening. On October 17th in Broward County, Florida, a nurse named Malene Emile noticed something was very wrong. Her 18-year-old son, Dwight Grant, who most of his friends called DJ, hadn't come home that day. DJ wasn't the kind of kid who disappeared without saying anything. He was responsible, focused on school, and always kept his family informed. His sudden silence was completely out of character. This was the beginning of a terrifying mystery for his family. No matter how hard they tried, no one could get in touch with DJ. He wasn't answering calls, he wasn't with any of his friends, and no one had seen him. By Monday morning, the worry exploded. DJ didn't show up to any of his classes, something that never happened. His teachers noticed immediately. His friends noticed.
Like, he was a good student, and they killed him? Like, there's no way. He must have did something, you know, after, like, an after-school activity. He was messing with somebody's girl. Nah, ain't no way. I don't even know, bro. It was 2 girls and a guy that just jumped him for no reason.
And his family knew something was seriously wrong. His family and friends checked every place he might have gone, called every person he might have been with, drove through neighborhoods, handed out flyers. Nothing. Police even went to the high school, hoping someone there might know where he'd gone. Officers spoke to students one by one. At this point, even the smallest detail could be the clue they needed.
Anxiety and depression, so like he would check.
He has anxiety?
No, I have
okay, so he would check on you. Do you know the girl that he's talking to?
And he would check on his fellow classmates. Like, this guy is not a bad dude.
No.
From what I'm...
No, does he have a girlfriend?
Not to my knowledge, no.
No? Okay. All right. So you haven't seen him? What's up, man? No, everything good? Okay. Okay, so you haven't spoken to him since, is this his behavior? Like, does he do it? He's a good kid?
He's a good kid. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. He goes out, he has a plan, he goes out with his friends. He calls literally all of us all the time to let us know, like, what's up, how you are.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
To everyone who knew him, DJ was quiet, calm, and spent most of his free time gaming. He wasn't the type to get into fights, he didn't cause trouble, and he had zero history of reckless behavior. Nothing in his past suggested he'd ever disappear or end up involved in something dangerous. The search for DJ continued through Tuesday of that same week. Then, around 2 p.m., while officers were canvassing the area near Sherman Circle North, a quiet neighborhood in Miramar before all this, they made the worst discovery imaginable. Hidden in the bushes beside an apartment building, police found the body of a young man. body was found just outside the apartment building where DJ lived. All that time, he had been there, right near his own home. Officers were led to the body by scattered bloodstains on the sidewalk. From an initial examination, the body had 2 fatal stab wounds, one to the neck and one to the chest. A knife was also found nearby, hidden in the bushes next to the body.
Can you go back inside, please? Don't. Just do as I ask, please. In a few minutes, an officer will come talk to you. Go back inside. Listen, I can't answer anything right now. I just need you to go inside the apartment and stay there till I can get somebody to come and speak to you, please. Listen, what did I just ask? Just give us a few minutes and somebody will come and talk to you. Just give me a few minutes. Go ahead and go inside.
After speaking with DJ's family and asking them to remain patient, officers immediately blocked off the area surrounding the body and began processing the scene for evidence. 4 officers were on scene working to secure the area, search for evidence, and confirm the identity of the victim as quickly as possible.
This all happened aquí abajo. Aquí abajo. Sí. Ahí abajo del stairwell que está ahí había mucha sangre, and you can see that probablemente están tratando de limpiarlo. Hay una cámara aquí, hay 2 cámaras aquí, y hay una cámara en esa esquina donde lo tiraron.
Sunday.
On Sunday, he went missing Sunday.
Miramar is a quiet, close-knit community where news spreads fast. So when word got out about the brutal discovery of an 18-year-old's body, tips started pouring in almost immediately. Several people came to police headquarters, hoping the information they had might help. Among them was a woman who walked into the lobby holding her teenage niece's phone. She wanted to tell police about a private group chat that had caught her attention. At the time, officers had no idea
Project
that
Alpha.
This small piece of information would end up being the key to solving the entire case.
Can you just give me a brief rundown? I'm so sorry.
Project Alpha.
Seeing on the news that they found a body over by Sherman Circle, and they keep showing a picture of the kid that goes to Miramar High, saying they can't guarantee that it's him, basically, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
But on my niece's phone, all the texts are coming through that they're her friends. There's people from school there, and they know it's him. I just came here because my niece was telling me that she had got these texts from this girl yesterday from the modeling, and she said it was the most traumatizing day of her life when she seen him yesterday, which would have been Sunday.
Yeah.
So in my mind, 1 and 1, I'm not saying she did anything, but I'm not saying I can't come here and not show you either, because she keeps saying
tells everybody in
how many people she's killed and she's in the gang.
I mean, and it could be just to be, cool or to be tough.
It's
like,
the same thing. I don't want the text messages here. I don't want.
In this instance, they're a suspect, so you can brag about how much you want to be all in the game, but once they check that phone, all eyes on you.
To show my nieces. I don't want her.
Like her to associate with. Okay.
By the next day, Wednesday, the victim's identity was finally confirmed. The body belonged to DJ Grant, the Miramar High School student who had been reported missing.
And Nicole, there are still so many more questions than answers at this hour. Our officers came out here because they were helping the search for this 18-year-old from Miramar High School, and instead, officers found a body in the bushes.
Now, police had to start putting the broken pieces of the puzzle together. The evidence from the crime scene, and more importantly, the group chat that the woman had brought to them. Inside the chat, police found disturbing messages linked to 3 teens, 3 names that within hours would become central to the investigation. 17-year-old Andre Dexter Clements, 16-year-old Jaslyn Smith, and 17-year-old Christy Parisian. Without wasting any time, officers began tracking them down. Christy was the first person police went to.
Miramar Police Department. How you doing, ma'am?
So, right now there's an investigation, and I guess it's your daughter?
Yeah, that's my daughter.
What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to keep you out of the house for now.
Me?
Yes. Nothing has to do with
Bro,
you.
that's so crazy, because the thing is like, the mom has no idea, has no clue. She's just, her daughter comes home on time. She doesn't know the activities that she's involved in. Like, if I ever have children, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having that shit down. Just, forget
We have to keep everybody out of the apartment. So if there's anybody else in there that's in there,
No, the sister, she's at work, but now.
but nobody else is inside.
No, on the
You know what? I'm just not gonna have kids. You know what I'm saying? We're just not gonna have children.
Yes, sir. You got shoes on? Okay.
So we have detectives that are going to get a search warrant. Okay. So right now, we're just going to make sure nobody's inside, and then we're going to close the door, and then we're going to wait for the warrant to get here, and then
When I come back.
when who?
When I come back, no.
As soon as you're done with the search warrant, then
Today,
go back in.
no. Can I take my phone
It's
for my sister?
environment.
Is okay? Take my phone? My phone is right there. Can I call her? Because I'm waiting on her to
Well,
go.
right now at this point, we already gave you, notice that nobody can go back inside.
Can you take my phone for me? Please, it's right there. By the way, it's right there. You see my phone right there?
We really got to follow protocol.
At this point,
She can't grab
officers
her phone.
didn't have a warrant, so they wouldn't allow Christy's mother to go inside the house. She waited outside with them until another law enforcement member arrived with a
Wait, she can't grab her phone if they don't have a warrant? If they don't have a warrant, isn't she's free to do whatever, right? Like, she's not under arrest. I'm assuming her child is not there. Like, she could just walk back inside.
warrant.
Right?
While they were waiting, she told them that earlier that day, Christy had left her a voice message about the murder. Because of that, they changed course and retrieved the phone so the message could be played.
I'll be back home, and I will have my phone, so they took my phone. So, okay.
By now, the police had already spoken with Christy at the station. Her mother wasn't able to provide any additional information. The officers informed her that no one from the family was allowed to leave.
So are you going to be around here? Are you sticking around here? Or are you leaving?
Leaving where?
You're not going anywhere, right?
No, I was going to the police station.
No, I mean right now.
I'm waiting for my sister to go to the police station because my sister drives.
The next person on the list was Jaslyn Smith. The officers tracked her down and managed to find her around 11 p.m. that same night. Outside her family's apartment, they spoke with her while her mother was present.
Did you hurt this person? No, I didn't. I didn't hit him or anything. I was just told to push him and make sure he stayed in the corner.
Bro, she literally pushed him and stayed in the corner while they was. I don't even know what words I can say. Like, they was poking him.
I don't know exactly what happened. You're telling me that you were told to do something? I don't know what you did. I don't know what you didn't do.
She said that she was told to keep him in a corner.
Andre.
Okay.
And she already snitching. She already said, Andre, you might as well spill the rest of the story.
Andre told me that somebody had pissed him off, that somebody was messing with somebody else's.
It's always the girl, bro. It's always a girl, bro.
Girl or something. It had to do with some type of chick.
Oh my god.
And that he was upset and that he needed some backup for his fight. He told me
We need a backup, and he.
Jaslyn had been told to trap DJ in the stairwell. Andre needed backup for the fight, which was apparently over a girl, Andre's ex, who was now involved with DJ.
You guys don't have to stay here. You do not have to talk to me.
Are you going to arrest my child?
No, I'm not going to arrest your child. I want to hear what she has to say, but I wanted to reiterate because I said it to you and she wasn't here.
He told me to dress up in all black and follow him.
Andre?
I want to do rag and everything. He just said, do this for me. Just help me out with a fight. We're fine. We walked all the way there.
And like, okay, here's the thing. All this over a girl. Is the girl gonna come back once she finds out that you stabbed somebody else? Like, oh my gosh, you stabbed him for me? No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
And we walked up the stairway. And Chrissy was there. Chrissy had seduced him from what I know. I was trying to just pretend and forget that it didn't happen. I already knew that if something like this was going to happen, I already knew the cops were going to show up sooner or later. And I already started preparing myself for the worst, Ma. What do you mean by preparing yourself for the worst? If they send me away, Ma.
According to her, the mastermind behind the whole murder was Andre. He even picked out the colors of the clothes, and the plan was just a fight. Jaslyn clearly tried to downplay her own role and choices.
Yeah,
but over the next
we were
half
just
hour,
supposed
the
to hold him in the
officers...
corner. Nah, she was in that group chat, Project Alpha. She knew somebody was about to get stabbed. She knew somebody was about to get stabbed.
And even her mother would unintentionally learn the truth from her words, shocking them to their core. Things her 16-year-old daughter had done were far beyond what her mother could have imagined. Detectives were still putting the pieces together with no clear reason to make an arrest. But Jaslyn knew what was coming. She knew there was no escape, and she had already prepared herself for the worst.
You might as well just turn yourself in.
Said I'm an accomplice, and I know this, but I'm sorry.
Come here. I can't. Come here.
The female officer at the scene can be seen briefly laughing when Smith lets out a sigh. But there's nothing funny about what's happening. A teenager has been killed, and
Yeah, she's laughing like this is a serious matter. No matter a 16-year-old did it, like bro, what?
Jaslyn has
She's
just
smiling.
admitted her role in what happened. She's now given police a motive. Andre had found himself in the middle of a high school love triangle between DJ and his ex-girlfriend. That's when the dark thoughts started, and the plan began to take shape. A plan that would need help. Before Sunday, before any of this began, Andre had reached out to her. He told her about the planned fight and the help he needed. Now sitting in a police car beside her mother, the officer asks Jaslyn to walk them through everything, step by step, starting from that moment.
So I'd like for you to kind of tell me, step by step, on how everything occurred, you know?
Before Sunday, before he came over,
Who's here?
Andre,
Andre's from school also?
yes, before he ever came over, he told me Friday, I believe it was Friday, that he had a situation that he needed to deal with, and he was wondering if I could help him out with a fight. Me knowing that I used to fight in elementary and used to be a bad kid-ish outside of school, I'd agreed because he's a good friend of mine and like it's just a fight. He had said he was going to be coming over at around 6. He came over at least 6:45, close to 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And he had proceeded to tell me the whole scenario of we're gonna get dressed in all black. You're gonna wear clothes that you don't care about.
Okay.
You're gonna wear gloves. You're gonna wear do-rag. I know the whole
Wear
layout.
clothes you don't care about. Yeah, this ain't just a regular fight, bro.
Andre already knew that Jaslyn had a reputation for fighting when she was younger. That was exactly why he chose her. He even picked out what Jaslyn should wear, telling her to wear gloves and protect her hair. Jaslyn's account helps clarify the days leading up to the murder, but one thing stands out. She repeatedly tries to downplay her role, presenting herself as someone who was merely influenced rather than involved. A claim that within minutes would be completely undermined by a small slip she made.
We had gotten dressed. We had prepared. My mom had gotten home. We had told her that we were going to go on a walk. He was explaining to me that the person that me and him were going to fight with, that Chrissy was going to seduce, had messed with a girl that he knew and had, essentially from what I know. And on the way there, he's telling me exactly where we're going to walk, exactly how we're going to walk, exactly what we're going to do, and we're going to wait for a signal. And I was like, okay, it's just a fight. But immediately when we got in there, we had walked over to where the staircase was, the stairwell was, while even telling me to move this way to avoid a camera and to avoid things. So we had walked up the stairs while Chrissy stayed downstairs and made a call. Me and him were upstairs. He's just talking to me, we're relaxed, we're chill. And then he got a signal from Chrissy to walk downstairs. And he had a weapon with him. He told me to hold the weapon. We had gloves on at this time still.
Like, and she was saying like, oh yeah, he just told me to stay in the corner and just push him and just hold him there. Man, you got the weapon. He told you to wear clothes you don't care about. Man, what the fuck?
we had walked down the stairs. He had approached the boy, and Chrissy had moved back and walked down the stairs full.
Did you know this boy or no? Okay.
When boy tried to make a run with it, run for it after Andre.
Oh, it's just about.
When boy tried to make a run with it, run for it after Andre like approached him and was like, "Yeah, we have a problem." He has me standing behind. Chrissy looked at me, and he made a run for it, and I'm like, "Okay, weapons just for intimidation. I'll put this down." I ran and I helped
Weapon for intimidation.
Andre to tackle him and put him onto the ground.
Jaslyn uses the word weapon. Even though she's detailed and specific in almost every other part of her story, she keeps this part vague. We already know DJ was found with 2 stab wounds, so whatever the weapon was, it clearly wasn't a gun.
Yeah.
What that weapon actually was, and why Jaslyn avoided naming it, becomes clear later in the interview. And it's something that will shock you.
Andre.
We know it's that knife. We know it's the knife.
After explaining to him that he was going to kill the other boy, he had asked for a weapon, and I just handed it to him. Cause I'm like, I don't know about this, but I'm like, okay, maybe you're joking. Because me and Andre are playful. We like to mess around, and we do like play fight, and we're just
with knives. Y'all play
very
with
like
knives.
a sibling type relationship.
But this time, nothing felt like a joke. The weapon he used, the level of planning involved, his behavior, and the sheer intensity of the violence he unleashed all point to the same conclusion. This was a planned killing, not a spontaneous act.
He proceeded to take out a small weapon.
A weapon is a weapon. Small, big, medium, a weapon. If you use that weapon on somebody else, it's that you committed murder, gang.
Attempt to stab, and he was failing, and I was just like, okay, I can see it because I'm holding his legs. So I'm in a position where I'm holding both of his legs, and I'm wrapped around his under torso, and I just feel it poking right here.
Jaslyn claims she didn't know Andre's full plan, but she did admit that she helped, holding DJ down even after the stabbing began. As disturbing as that is, Jaslyn never stopped or showed regret during the attack, not when DJ was begging for help, not even as he was slipping in and out of consciousness after being stabbed.
And then he had another smaller weapon, and he took that out, and he stabbed him right here. Also, the boy was just like, "You're gonna kill me. Just choke me out or like end it," because he kept going in and out.
DJ knew he was dying. Under the pressure and pain he was in, he begged Andre to choke him and end it quickly. Andre ignored him and stabbed him again. After that, DJ went unresponsive. He stopped struggling and tragically died at the scene. In Jaslyn's version of events, she says she was told to do what she was assigned without asking questions. As the confrontation escalated, she says she didn't fight back because she was terrified of what might happen. Throughout her account, she places nearly all the blame on Andre. That explanation mostly holds up until Jaslyn slips up. In the middle of her story, she mentions a detail that seriously undermines her claim that she didn't know this was a murder plan, and instead places her right at the center of it.
Because prior to this, he had told me that this was the first person he had ever killed.
Prior to this, he had told you that?
When we were at the house, we were just talking about the whole...
Oh, yeah, she just slipped up right there. This is the first person he would ever kill. So she knew off rip that Andre was just gonna do more than a fight with a small weapon.
What was gonna happen, but he never told me that he was going to kill somebody until at this time. You know, like, this is the first person. I'll leave it here. I'll ask Chrissy. I'll leave.
That single detail changes everything. It shows that Jaslyn knew about the murder plan long before it happened. Now her story starts to crack. It directly contradicts her earlier claim that she had no idea this was meant to be a killing. At this point, it's clear she was far more involved in both the planning and the decision than she had admitted. That's when the officer shifts the focus and asks about the weapon used in the attack.
I'm assuming it's It's a knife then that he had?
There was a knife and there was
A longer what?
Sword.
A sword. Okay.
A knife is something that can be easily concealed, but a sword isn't. Hiding something like that would be almost impossible. It's hard to believe that Jaslyn and Christy could have been around Andre all that time without noticing the sword. Now detectives finally have enough pieces to start shaping a version of events that's much closer to the truth. But before moving forward, they still needed to make sure the physical evidence matched the story.
So you saw the big sword when he first showed up here in the first place?
No. I didn't see it exactly. I only saw that there was a bag with it, and I was like, okay. Because somebody else had taken
Can you put a sword in a bag?
behind us, and I didn't know where that was.
It'd be a
And I believe
sword.
it was either in like a jacket with him, or with Chrissy in an extra jacket or in a bag with them.
Jaslyn could tell detectives were zeroing in on one key detail. She knew about the sword before they ever left the house, and that meant she knew the plan from the start. She tried to distance herself from it, saying that when they left, Andre grabbed a small knife and a larger sword, but she claimed she didn't actually see the sword at first and assumed it was already in the bag. Detectives weren't convinced. By now, there were too many gaps in her story. The teens believed they had pulled off the perfect crime. They killed someone in broad daylight in a tucked-away stairwell inside a busy apartment complex, avoided security cameras, and left no direct eyewitnesses.
And they never thought, okay, yeah, they killed DJ. They hide him in the bush. Oh, no one's gonna, oh, where's DJ? He hasn't come home in X amount of days or X amount of hours. Normally they didn't think of that?
If the group chat messages hadn't surfaced later, they might have gotten away with it.
It's not worth it, bro.
But everything started to fall apart after the attack. They dragged DJ's body into the bushes, packed the weapons and supplies into a bag, and returned to Jaslyn's complex. There, they made a serious mistake. In an open, grassy area, clearly visible from nearby apartments, they started a fire and burned the bloody clothes using gasoline. As they sat there, shaken, but still hoping they were in the clear, a security guard spotted them. In that moment, the cover-up ended, and he wasn't the only one watching. Another resident had seen them too and later told police exactly what she saw.
The two girls, they were just standing there, but they weren't moving much. The chubby girl, she was just like moving back and forth, but like standing in the same spot.
I'm gonna lie, they did a bad job. We seen her face.
A bit. And then the guy was moving around the fire, just throwing more gasoline. I didn't see their face, but I saw their body shape, and seeing them on the photos, you could picture them, especially the chubby girl. You could feel the traumatization from them, and you could feel like they were scared, but you could also feel like they had that energy of the way of thinking like he deserved it. Like you could notice that.
Security camera footage from the apartment complex backed up much of Jaslyn's story. The cameras showed the three teens dressed entirely in black as they approached the stairwell where DJ was attacked. One camera even captured DJ Grant's final moments. Another showed the teens dragging his body toward the bushes exactly as described. But as detectives reviewed everything more closely, cracks began to appear. Parts of Jaslyn's version didn't fully line up. Police seized the teens' phones and went through their messages. It didn't take long to find something that directly contradicted Jaslyn's claim that this was only meant to be a fight. One message revealed the true mindset behind the plan.
White DJ Grant was killed back in October, and for months now, the three teens that are accused in his case have been kept in jail.
All the evidence was clear. Within days, police moved in on all three suspects. Jaslyn Smith, Christy Parisian, and Andre Clements were all arrested. Each of them was charged as an adult. All three were charged with tampering with evidence and conspiracy to commit murder. Christy and Jaslyn were each charged with second-degree murder. Both eventually pleaded guilty and were sentenced to 25 years in prison, followed by an additional 10 years of probation.
Oh my God.
Andre Clements, who was 17 at the time, was considered the mastermind behind the crime and the one who delivered the fatal sword strike that killed DJ. He faced the most serious charge, first-degree premeditated murder. On February 18, 2025, Andre Clements, now 20 years old, also pleaded guilty. He was sentenced to 40 years in prison, followed by lifetime probation.
Caring, loyal,
all over some
honest
girl,
person
bro.
Would be there for you in a second, in a heartbeat.
That's crazy, bro. All over some girl, dude. That ex-girl want nothing to do with you. You know, other than that, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe. If you ever think about doing a crime, it ain't worth it. It's never worth it. And until next time, I'll catch y'all.